Liquor Talk, another new edition starts now. Welcome everybody to another edition of the Liquor Talk podcast, the podcast where you gotta have a drink to enjoy the conversation. I'm your man Victor, as always. Shout out to everybody that's tuned in on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, YouTube. Shout out to everybody that's watching this on TikTok as well, and also shout out to everybody that's matched up with us via Podmatch. But today, join us today. She's the host of the Never Gave Denied podcast, podcasting out of South Carolina. You may have heard me on her podcast, and now she's returned the favor. It's Miss Anuka in the house tonight. How you doing tonight?
Good. How are you?
Doing great. I'm doing blessed. Always a pleasure to be on the mic. So why don't we go ahead and get on into it? Tell people about your podcast.
All right. So, hey, everybody. My name is Annika Laquette. So, y'all, the podcast is a beautiful place to be, okay? First and foremost, I want to thank Liquid Talk for having me on, okay? For one, let's just get that out of the way because you got to thank the host, okay? So, I thank you so much for having me, of course. And Never Gave Denied is all about highlighting small businesses, creatives, and community leaders and give them a space to be seen and heard. Especially like in a society where if you don't have the following or if you do not have a lot of posting on social media, people often get overlooked. So I said, let me give these people the space to be seen and heard. And I'm so happy that I'm doing that. And people have been receiving clients from my show just because they, get on the show and they expose who they are. So yes, that's what it's all about. And also I highlight like their journey from, their struggles to their successes. And basically that's the reason why I Never Gave to Not exist because it's literally in the name.
Yes, you're right. It is literally in the name. So what inspired you to start this podcast?
Ooh, okay. Let's go all the way back. Okay. So let's go all the way back to, I want to say, the end of 2023, if I'm not mistaken. I remember I created a TikTok video and I was talking about how my life was delayed, but it never gave a nod. So I was just talking about me comparing myself to other influencers, me comparing myself to other people. And I felt like, okay, I'm the same age as them. I'm doing the same thing they're doing, but how come I'm not successful like them? Right. So I was like, okay, even though everything in my life was delayed, it never gave denied. Everything. Like my success, like me going to school, things were delayed. I was in learning disability classes when I was in school growing up. And I was told by my guidance counselor I wasn't going to graduate, okay, or go to college. But I proved her wrong. So I ended up going to college and I graduated with honors. So things like that, like things were delayed. I went to college. It was hard for me, but I graduated college with honors, like I stated. I had problems getting a job out of college, but I eventually got the job in my field, but that was hard in itself. But you know what I'm saying? Like you see like the storyline. That's exactly what I was coming up with while I was doing that video. So I said, okay, everything in my life was delayed, but it never gave a nod. And somebody said, okay, I love Never Gave a Nod. So I was like, okay, too. And me and mom was talking for years about me starting a podcast. And I was always bringing up in a conversation, like, I want to start this podcast. I want to do this. I want to do that with my podcast. And my mama told me, she said, by the end of this year, I think it was like 2023, I think like December, she said, if you do not create your podcast by January of 2024, I ain't want to hear about no more. So I said, okay, okay. So I like immediately I started doing the research. I started buying the equipment. I bought a mic. This is a mic that was gifted to me. But before this, if you see my previous episodes, you'll see the mic. But I bought a laptop. I bought my greeting cards. Like, let's see, these cards right here. I bought my mug. Like, I was ready. Okay. Like, I was just start buying stuff. And I started booking the location when I wanted to have my in person, you know, episodes. I was doing all of that. And then I launched on January 29th of 2024. Like, that's how it came to be. So, yep, now we're here.
Yes, shout out to your mama for giving you the push to go ahead and get your podcast done. But also I will say this, you keep doing the podcast long. I've seen my mom go from being one of my biggest haters to now she's always one of my biggest fans. She's always hollering about, oh, I like this guest and stuff. I like this guest. So
Yep.
shout out to moms. I know it's Dad's month and stuff, but still, shout out to
Yeah,
moms for give you the push and stuff, and also to be your biggest supporter as well. I like it how you got
right.
the gear and stuff, the merch and stuff. I need to find
Okay,
that merch plug. You know, somebody in Florida got to help me out.
I got
So we'll get on that. So, what is something you wish you would have known about podcasting before you got started?
you. That's a good old question there. Okay, let me think. Okay. Ooh, I would say like really go hard on my promoting. Like I promote, but not as much as I needed to, especially starting out. Like I would promote maybe like 3 times a week, but I need to promote every day. So I learned that now. Like you have to promote every day in order to get your show out there, connect with more people. I will also say get sponsorships right away. Yeah, because I got sponsorships later on, like up until a few minutes ago. But I felt like I should have started sponsorships a long time ago because people want their businesses seen, whether if it's like on a small platform or a big platform. People want their businesses seen. So I should have started a long time ago. So I think that's one thing I would have changed if I
Yeah,
could go back.
I agree with you on the sponsorship thing because it's like because I've been still rocking. I've had a handful of sponsors, but I should have been doing way more. But sometimes when you
Hmm.
enjoy just getting on the mic, it's like you're not even worried concern yourself with the sponsors. It's like yeah, they got a good pitch, but we can work on those things because you just believe in that when in due time everything will come when it should. So. Do you
Right.
feel like with the podcast today, because me being a black man, as soon as you hear somebody would say a black man with a podcast, oh Lord, they be raising so much hell. Do you think there's too many podcasts out here in this podcasting world?
You know what? Just like I said on my previous episode, um, me and that guest was talking. We were saying that you have to treat a podcast like it's a TV show. There's so many TV shows out here. And with that being said, like, no, I think everybody should get a podcast if you do it right.
Hmm.
Like, you just can't go on the podcast speaking it's like you're speaking hate to people or about people. Like, there are certain podcasts, like you just said, men. When men get a podcast, that's like a negative connotation, and they always bashing women. But you have to have a balance. Like you can't just bash people. You have to give people solutions too now. Like and not in a bad way where it's like, oh, women ain't this, women ain't that. Okay, give us some advice on how we could be better, but not in a way where it's nasty. Like, oh, you could be doing this more to me if you do this, or you could be serving me more. Like, nah, you have to have a balance. That's what I was
Yes, you definitely need to have that balance. I
saying.
definitely agree with that. And also there be
Right.
women bashing men. We just got to stop all this bashing because social media will have you thinking, "Oh, we're at war with each other," when in the reality, we fucking need each other, man. And it's like
Exactly.
that's what the media and the government want. They want you to believe we're at war with each other. We're so focused on
Mhm.
being at war with each other, we miss the bullshit that's going on.
Come on, speak on it. Speak on it.
And
Right.
that and y'all and a lot of
Mhm.
y'all just give in to that shit. And I'm just like, and I'm to the point of you surround yourself with the people who bring you peace. And if
Exactly.
that's the case, then you won't be out here all this women and men bashing.
Mhm. You're right about that. I agree.
Because at some point you gotta get to an age where it's just getting childish. Because I know I
It is.
see y'all be hanging out in different groups and stuff, and I be seeing the people they be beefing. I'm like, y'all are in y'all 40s. What the fuck is y'all beefing about?
Right.
Come
It's
on
crazy.
now.
I don't like it at all. Mm-mm. I don't like it at all. People, yeah, they feed into that. And that's the thing about it. Like, what's hard about podcasting, like, if you're talking about a positive thing, my podcast is all about positivity. I don't speak of negative energies or negative issues. And you normally see, like, people who do talk about drama on their show, they get the higher ratings because people feed into that. But I feel like if you want to start getting good energy, look at good things. Like me and your podcast. Like, come on, yeah.
Hell yeah.
Start feeding some other stuff. Mhm.
Yes, we need the good energy, the good vibes, all that.
Right.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again,
Exactly.
this is Liquor Talking. Over 10 minutes in, but remember, the more you drink, the better we sound. And also, to the people who don't drink, you're also welcomed as well, because, hey, because I literally had somebody tell me, oh, I don't know if I should do your podcast because I don't drink. I'm like, listen, I've had a hell of a lot of people that don't drink, but we've had some wonderful conversations.
Right. And see, I'm one of them. Okay. I don't drink at all. I don't like the taste of alcohol. I don't like the smell of it. So, see, I'm on the podcast, y'all. Come on.
If she can do it, y'all can do it too. Now, I
Right.
know you live in South Carolina. Have you heard this guy named the Bernard, the guy that be cooking all that exotic shit, man? Have you been to his
Yes.
restaurant?
No, and matter of fact, he don't have a restaurant. I think he still cook out his backyard.
Yeah.
And I think he does have a food truck if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, he's all the way in Columbia. That's like an hour and so away from me. But I want to go. Like, I would love to go to his backyard and eat.
Was wondering that too because I be scrolling on
Hmm.
TikTok. I'm like, this man was cooking a goddamn bear. I'm like, what the fuck else is you gonna cook, man?
And he was cooking some shark too. Shark bites.
Where
Bro,
the hell you catch a damn shark at? I'm like, man, give us. I'm like, what's next? You gonna cook a damn whale next?
hey. I'm like, Mexico was talking about him. Help the bear. Because the bear needs you.
Yeah,
For
because
real.
they did say
He
if
needs
you see me fighting a bear, help the bear. Yeah, the damn bear didn't
him.
win that day.
I know.
The bear done got barbecued and stuff.
Right? right, right.
And now I see him cooking rabbits and roadkill in the pot. I'm like, God damn, bro.
But see, that's the South. Like people down here, they cook rodents. Like they cook possum, they cook raccoons. If you seen Xavier Leggett, he love raccoons. Like that's the thing to do down here. Me, I'm too pretty for all that. I'm not eating no raccoon. I'm not eating no squirrel. Now, I eat a nice little deer now. I eat some good meat now. But ain't that little too much for
Yeah,
me.
I ain't gonna lie. That deer meat, you can eat it right, but you better be ready to, because that deer is gonna clean you out. So you just better be ready. Because I learned that the hard way, and I said I haven't had deer since. I remember, I think I ordered some deer on my college graduation night, and the deer was
Hmm.
good, but the next day it was cleaning me out. I'm like, Lord have mercy. What the hell they put in this damn venison?
Lord, it's too much.
Yeah, that is
But
definitely
yes,
too
I've never
much.
tried.
So I'm from Florida. I ain't gonna do no damn roadkill. I might try some gator, but have some gator bites, but I ain't trying to do no roadkill unless somebody sneaks it past me. I'm not here for no damn roadkill.
See, I never had gator before. I'm like, okay, now I don't know how I feel about that. People say it tastes like chicken, but I don't know because everybody chicken ain't good either.
Hey, if it's on the right place, yeah, it's good. But it gotta be from the right place. Don't be trusting everybody to say they can cook. Because we've
Right,
learned over the
right.
years that everybody who say they can't cook, they can't cook.
They can't cook. Mm-mm. No.
They can't cook. And speaking of cooking, have you heard the details of the damn Diddy case?
Yes, I have.
I'm
Lord,
like,
okay.
Lord have mercy. I hope this ain't true. Allegedly, macaroni and cheese
Allegedly,
ain't gonna be the same no more. Allegedly, macaroni and cheese is
allegedly,
not gonna be the same no more.
Lord.
Apparently the man mama was putting sperm in the goddamn macaroni and cheese. I guess men would bust in a cup and she would put the damn, oh hell no, man.
Uh-uh.
That's
No,
just
that's soul ties
disgusting.
there, baby.
Who the fuck would eat that?
That's soul ties there.
That's some
No, you
scary
don't eat
soul
it.
ties. I heard of women putting blood in food, but I ain't
Mm-hmm.
never heard of
Yep.
somebody putting a man's sperm in food.
Uh-uh. That's just nasty. I can't deal with it.
That
No.
I can't
It
deal with either. And I'm hearing all these damn cases, and I'm like, I see where Diddy get it from because they said Mama had her own freak offs, and little Diddy be watching. Why would you torture a child like that?
Jesus, like it's crazy. It's really
That
crazy.
is
I don't like
that
it.
is sick, man. Let that little boy be a little boy. You don't need to be
Right.
exposing him to these freak offs and stuff. I'm like, Lord have mercy. But
Mm.
the crazy thing is there's so many people in Hollywood that are probably like that as well. They just
Yep.
Diddy's just the fall
Yep.
guy right now, but it's so many different people
Exactly.
like that right now. It's like I'm just I haven't really been trying to keep up with it because it feels like it keeps getting nastier and nastier. I'm like, how much more can it's gonna be? God damn.
Right. I can't deal with it. Like every day you hear something about a Diddy trial. Like, oh, Diddy did this, Diddy did this, allegedly, Diddy did that. I'm like, okay, this is a little too much. I gotta worry about my own life. It's a lot going on. but I would say it's a mess. And I've heard on the Breakfast Club, if I'm not mistaken, they were talking about they had free Diddy shirts on, and they was getting paid $20 an hour just to stand outside and say free Diddy.
What judge
Just
in their right mind is gonna free Diddy?
right,
What judge?
yeah,
And even if Mister convicted felon as president were to pardon him, he's still gonna have to see the state. The state probably gonna hold his ass up because many people think he was doing something by pardoning Larry Hoover, but many people don't realize Larry Hoover's still being held by the state. So it's like he might not have the federal
hmm
charges to deal with, but the state gonna still keep him. So it's like, and as far as the state goes, it'll be up to that governor. So it's like, so even if Diddy got pardoned, it's like he ain't going nowhere.
yeah. It's a mess. It's a mess. But you know what? At the end of the day, I really do think that more women should speak out against domestic violence and sexual assault and all of that. Yeah, so I'm an advocate of that. I want them to speak out against all of that.
I
Yeah,
want them to speak out before they get paid for it
that's true.
because it looks like because if you're accepting money from it, you knew what this man was doing, but you accepted the money. That tells me you're okay with it. But I need more women. I need and men that are domestic violence victims as well. I need y'all to come speak out, not wait no 20 years or no. As soon as it happens, I need y'all to speak out, no matter how tough it is. Speak out
Mhm.
because this shit is just sickening.
It is, and it's getting worse by the day.
It really is. So it's like, Lord only knows what the hell Hugh Hefner was doing because, oh man, everybody they
Oh,
all want
oh,
to pin this on Diddy and R. Kelly. I'm like, what the hell these other celebrities were doing? Y'all not the Woodwards because they all ran in the same circles.
exactly. And I'm like, yeah, they had literally Playboy, and it was literally exploiting women, and no one's talking about that. It's kind of getting swept under the rug. Of course, some ladies spoke out a little bit, but it wasn't really a big thing. It was kind of overlooked a little bit, but
Yeah,
yeah, the man dead and gone, Jesus.
yeah, yeah. He got away with his crimes, I guess. And also
Mhm.
maybe Epstein got away with his crimes too. So.
Mm, okay.
Yeah, but it's just crazy and sickening, yo. And y'all, if y'all really out here saying free Diddy, I need y'all to reevaluate your lives because that man ain't going nowhere.
Mm, for real, that's a mess.
Yeah, and I'm
It's a
like,
whole mess in itself.
and at one point in time, I was shocked that they even all the feds even came with him with a plea deal. I'm like, all this shit he
Mm.
did, y'all offering this man a plea deal? I was shocked about that.
Right. I'm shocked about that as well. Like, just the stuff leading up to that. Because, I mean, since I was a kid, like, you heard stories from rappers and all that. They'd be like, oh, that's not true. That's not true. And people countless times keep saying, yes, Diddy is not right in the head. Diddy's not this, Diddy's not that. Or Diddy did this to me on stage. I'm like, and people see videos of them actually posting what Diddy has done to them on stage, like dry humping them, or and people laugh it off like, oh, it's a joke. Nah, bro, like this is serious.
This is serious.
uh-uh.
And then, of course, and
Yeah,
then he's very possessive of his women because you see, Kid Cudi had his car blown up allegedly about Cassie.
yeah. That's a legend, y'all.
Allegedly
Right.
had his car blown up. But I'm like, why are you being so overprotective of your women, but you treating them like shit? Because if you're treating them well, then they shouldn't have nothing to worry about. You shouldn't have to worry about if another man hit on her. And if another man hits
Mm,
on her and he's able to pull her, well, that's just not the woman for you.
exactly.
So
Right.
that also screams insecure as well. And I'll be like, and then
Uh,
I'm hearing stories of these freak offs. I'm like, what the hell do y'all be on that y'all be going for 4 straight days? Like, what the fuck do y'all be on?
you know what they be on, allegedly.
I mean, what kind of drugs y'all be on? Cause I'm like,
Drugs
god damn.
heavy. Yeah. It's a lot. Drugs, alcohol, all that mixed together. Having fun. Yeah. People was just a mess up in there.
People was
Mm,
just a mess. I'm like, I couldn't even imagine. I'm like, this is like going to the swingers club on steroids.
exactly. Yep. If you could only imagine what's going on in Hollywood that we don't know about,
Yeah,
it's a
it's
lot.
so much shit probably going on that we don't know about. That's probably just the tip of the iceberg.
Mhm.
They probably
It's the
using
tip.
this as a distraction from something bigger.
And you know it always be a distraction. about what's really
It
going on.
really do be a distraction, just like they trying to distract us with Trump and Elon Musk falling out. I'm like, come on now. And
Exactly.
now
What's
Elon over
going on
here
behind the
ratting out all the details. So I'm just like, I don't understand that about that situation or other situations. Why is it when a situation when people break up, somebody got to feel the need to air out all the damn dirty laundry? Why
scenes?
can't people just go their separate ways amicably and just be cordial?
Right. I don't understand that either. Like, where was all this big talk when y'all was friends? Like, you was really thinking about that, like about them when y'all were friends? Like, come on, no, it was just fakery altogether. So no.
Yeah, it's definitely fakery if you want to spill some dirty laundry, you airing out dirty laundry. Because I've had breakups as well, whether it's professional breakups or personal breakups. Never once in my
Hmm.
mind came to I'm about to air out their dirty laundry to social media. I thought maybe I might tell some
Yeah.
stories to some friends if I'm bitten to
Hmm.
I'm confiding in people, yeah, but I would never come on the podcast or on social media to air somebody's dirty laundry out.
No, that shows how mature you are. Like for real, if you airing out dirty laundry, no. And then also for the people there airing dirty laundry too, y'all should be trusting that person because they could be airing your dirty laundry to other
Hello.
people. Like you gotta be careful who you hang out with.
You definitely gotta be careful of who you hang out with and also of what gossip you receive because it's like because now in my mind I'm like, what the hell you might be saying about me? So which is why sometimes I'm very tight lipped around people unless I know I can
Mm,
confide in you. Because sometimes you gotta be tight lipped around people because you never know. People be airing your dirty laundry out for no reason.
mm-mm. I don't trust a lot of people. No.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
And also, and then I remember when I was in college, people like some years had passed by. Some people had told me, "Oh, that person freshman you thought was a friend, this man was talking all kind of shit behind your back." I'm like, damn. I mean, like, you know what? I'm glad me and him fell out. I mean, we didn't fall out, but we just kindly gradually went our own separate ways, and we ain't really checking for each other like that. So, but I was
Yeah.
glad when I found out that this person was just phony because oh, Lord only knows what would happen when big shit start to happen, you know?
Mm. Come on now. You right about that.
Because and it's just an everyday reminder that not everybody is meant to be with you where you're supposed to go.
You right about that. I truly believe that. Mm-mm.
Yeah, so it's like when shit ain't working right, that's always a sign to go ahead and go. That's why a lot of people they be stuck in these miserable relationships because they had opportunity to leave, but then they didn't leave. They end up having a baby with the person or some other shit.
You're right. You gonna make me throw up. For real. I'm for real. I'm like, come on now. Uh you see all these signs and you still ain't leave. Okay.
See, I'm glad you get it because there are some people that they'll have all the signs in the world that this person is not the one. They'll finally leave, but then they will once they leave, then something happens. They'll go running back to the ex. I'm like, why? It's because the ex is where you're comfortable at.
Yes. Exactly where they're comfortable at. And some people are afraid to be alone. When people say, okay, because this is the thing. I watch a lot of Maury shows. I watch a lot of Karamo shows, couples court, things like that. And a lot of women and men on these shows say, um, this woman or this man did this to me. And then the person will ask or the host will ask, why you didn't leave? And they'll say, because I love them. I'm like, you don't love that person. You just don't want to be alone. And you confusing love with loneliness because it's better to be with somebody than without somebody.
Hmm.
Just to say, I got somebody. Oh, I'm married. Oh, oh, he do me this way. Oh, he do me that way. Or she do me that way. So what? You'd rather be with somebody that don't want you like that? Just to say you ain't, ain't alone no more? Okay. I don't get it.
Don't get it either. That's why I was right there with you because I remember watching the Maury and the Jerry Springers, and I'll be looking at some of these people
Yes.
like, "What are y'all just stuck on stupid? Like, you need cancer.
Yes.
Forget about the abusive man over here. You need cancer for why you stand with him because by you stand with him, you're just enabling him instead of being like, no,
Hmm.
this ain't okay." And I'm like, and a lot of them people, I'm like, to the ladies most out there. I'm like, you ain't got no big brother or no uncle or no cousin that could no because I remember I had an uncle back in the day, God rest his soul. He didn't play about his women, about the women in the family. He didn't fuck around. He was okay with going to jail. He said, I already been to jail. I don't mind going back to jail.
Right.
So my question with Timla is like, where are those kind of men at that around here that's not afraid to put their hands for a loved one?
Yeah, where are those men? I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of them, but you know what? They just don't show their face a lot. So I won't counsel all men out because I'm not the type of person to say, "Oh yeah, all men are like that." No, there are good men out here. They just often get overlooked.
Yeah.
That's the only thing.
Yeah, and I
Mhm.
tell myself that too. There's good women out here too, but they just often get overlooked by the Instagram models or the women that show their
Right.
bodies and shit, or
Right.
the ones that got all everything showing and stuff. I'm like, but the ones who are covered up, that's the real beauty right there because they showing you that hey, I
Mhm.
don't give a damn what people think.
Yep. You're right about that. And I am one of them. Okay. I can overlook all the time, but that's completely
Hey,
fine.
I get overlooked too, so don't even feel bad because I'm like, hey, it is what it is, and because but sometimes I just want people to be like, shut the fuck. Sometimes people be asking me like, oh, why you still single? I'm like, if you ain't trying to help me solve that problem, shut the fuck up.
My gosh, we can talk about singleness all the time. Okay, I've been single for 8 years, and people are like, "Oh yeah, when you gonna get married?" That's the worst part. Questioning when you gonna get married, bro. I'm like, I'm trying to find somebody. What you mean? But it's crazy. I'm like, I know what I like, and I'm gonna stick to it.
I
That's
know
it.
what I like too, and I had to get on somebody else. They were like, "Oh, I might have to step outside." I'm like, "Ma'am, if I'm over here
Uh-uh.
suffering and holding out, you can too. Goddamn it, I don't need you going out here trying to find somebody else. I no, no, no,
Exactly.
I don't know. I don't know what them athletes be seeing those other type of women, but I need somebody that look like me that can use the same hair products as me, who I can bring home to mama and mama instantly have a conversation with them. You know.
You right about that. Same with me.
Also,
I completely
whether
understand.
it's mama or friends, I could bring them around to friend groups and everybody making them feel welcome. Because I've been seeing some
Right.
guys, they be bringing their people from another race to the friend groups, and they look out of place. They I mean they cool, but they kind of look out of
Mhm.
place. And I'm so
Yeah.
chill. I'm not gonna say nothing, but yeah, man, I don't know.
No. No. I love me a beautiful black man. That's what I'm gonna say. Yeah. That's what I'm gonna say about
And I love me a beautiful black woman.
that.
Period.
Yeah.
Because look, if you look at the people I've had on the podcast, I'm like, God damn. So that still gives me some hope because there are some beautiful black women out there,
Yep.
including yourself. So
Thank you so much. And you are a handsome man as well.
thank you,
So if you ever doubt yourself, don't worry about that. You look good too.
thank you. Now, playing off the name of your podcast. When is it the right time to deny people access to you? Because so many times we might
Mm.
be thinking it's delayed. Maybe it might be denied, but not delayed. But there might need to be some people that need to be delayed forever.
That's a good old question. Yeah. So that episode I was talking about having access to you and that being delayed. So what I would say is I have three things. One, when someone is disrespecting you, you need to start limiting access. The second one I would have to say is when they crossing boundaries that you already done set. Now that's a lot of things that people need to know. When you have boundaries, set them and tell people about them boundaries. Don't just wait for them to cross and you be like, nah, I'm cutting you off. Because they don't know, right? So and also have boundaries. Don't just be out here willy nilly and like, oh no, I don't know if I like that. Okay, I like that. No, have a boundary.
Hmm.
And if the person cross it, do you know how to move forward? The next thing is like if they just all right, just don't care about you. Like they everything that you do irritates them. If they're clapping for you but they're not smiling when they're clapping, that person don't like you. Like, yeah, you have to have good discernment. And if you notice that that person is just not happy when you're happy or not cheering for you when you're doing good in life, that's time to limit their access. And sometimes people show in their actions that they're not good people or they don't like you. You just have to keep those eyes open, and they'll tell you every single time.
Hmm. You always got to keep your
Hmm.
eyes open, and also we can't. And this also goes back to singleness as well, and also being lonely. You can't be so desperate for friends or desperate for companionship
Hmm.
that you ignore all those things just to say you have somebody. No, like if you're not
Hmm.
happy for me and you're not cheering me on, you not in my corner supporting me the way I'm supporting you, then you gotta go.
Mm.
because life is
You right
too
about that.
short for people to be sitting up here. Oh, they cheer for you. Yeah, when it's the benefits, when it benefits them. But no, I need you to be
Mhm.
cheering me on even when it's your darkest season, because I've been having to be supportive of friends when I'm going through my own shit. I see one of my friends over here winning. I'm happy for them.
Yeah.
Like little sister got engaged. I was happy for her as well, even though she got mad at me for
Mhm.
not really showing it, because I'm like I was dealing with some things, but I'm still happy for you. Ain't like I'm sitting here just somewhere just being bitter, wishing bad. No, I want all my people to win. I want all my people to do better than me. Which also brings me
Mhm.
to, I don't know if you saw this TikTok, but wow, how would you feel as a woman if, like, say you out with your girls and one of your girls is just stunting, just got all the attention, and it's your birthday? Would you get mad about that?
No, because one, we all looking good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, for one, when I look good, they look good. They look good, I look good. Okay, The point is not to outshine each other. There's no competition. Y'all supposed to be in love with each other. Y'all family, y'all friends. Like, nah, you look good, girl.
Yeah,
Period. I look
yeah,
good. I'm a secure woman. I don't care. I just want my people to look good and feel good. That's the only thing that I want around me. So negativity.
hell yeah, and I want my bros to look good as well. When we out here chilling, if
Mm-hmm.
if one of my bros is on tonight, I'm like, hey, it's just his night, and I'm gonna cheer him on, because I know it's gonna be my night pretty soon, and I'm gonna need him to be cheering me on. So it's not something I'm not gonna be on the car ride going home bitching at my friend because, oh, you did this, you did that. No, we out here winning, and the fact that you would even bitch about that, it tells me you're insecure and you thinking of it as a competition. Even though I've heard from a lot of
Mm-hmm.
women that sometimes women definitely be in competition with each other, but I'm like, but I
Yes.
ask myself, is that really your friend though? Or is this
No.
somebody you really need to be friends with if they're looking at you as competition?
No. You don't need to be friends with them. They're not your friend. Like if the first thing that come to their mind is, "Oh my gosh, you're looking better than me," and they like literally telling you off, cursing you out, and all that, they're not your friend. No.
No, because your friends should want you to look good too. Now, if you ain't looking good
Mhm.
and everybody out here look good, we might have to have a conversation like, what's going on? What's
Right.
going on with you? Your mental's okay? What's going on?
Mhm.
Are you just thugging it
Exactly.
out just to be out? If I can tell when my friends ain't there, I'm like, bro, just stay home. It's not an issue. Like,
Mhm.
if you're not feeling it tonight, it's cool because your mental health is important. We need you here.
Yeah. And see, I'm old school. Like my mama back in the day, like she helped her friends get dressed, or they all get dressed in the mirror together, like before they go out. Same thing with me. If I see that my best friends are not looking good, or they feel like, oh, I'm nothing, I'm ugly, I'm this, come over. You gonna get dressed with me. Let's get dressed together. Let's go out and let's have some fun.
Hell yeah.
That's what you're supposed to do.
That's what you're supposed to do. If one of my boys tell me, hey, he ain't feeling it tonight and something going on with him, we might have to pop some shots, talk about it, get it all out, figure out what's going on, get down to the bottom of it, and then hey, I'm do what I can to get you in a good mood. But at some point you gotta take the lead though. But you gotta receive that though, because some people they don't know how to
Yes,
receive that. I'm like, instead of getting mad about it, no, we here to help you. But I've learned in life is you can't help people that don't want to help themselves,
right about that.
because you'll be stressed out over them, and it's like they don't want to help themselves, and that shit can get annoying.
Yes, I have dealt with that throughout my whole entire life with friends, family, professional relationships, all that. Like,
Mm-hmm.
mm-mm. You can't keep pouring into somebody that don't want to receive it. No, because now at this point you giving all your energy to them, and they just like, okay, I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it, and they don't never do what you say you was gonna do with them. It's just a lot. So
Yeah,
you have to actually not change people. You have to actually meet them where they're at.
always. You
That's it.
definitely gotta meet them where they're at, and also they gotta want to get better for themselves. Because if they don't want it for
Yes.
themselves, they're not hungry.
No.
And one
At
thing
all.
I've learned in life, you need go getters. You need people to motivate you, because we all have them days where we not feeling it. Like hell, like there's
Mm-mm.
been so many days I was recording a podcast of I'm not really feeling it that day, but I'm like I had to thug it out as hell episodes. I'm thugging it out, even though I'm not really feeling it. Now this episode I'm
Yep.
feeling good, but some of my other episodes, yeah, I'm having to thug it out because I'm like, okay,
Okay, yeah. You're right about that. I was the same way. Yeah. Some episodes I'm like, huh. Because plenty of times, like, if you don't remember my first like season, like I was literally homeless during out like the whole first season.
Oh,
I want to say like maybe a few episodes I wasn't like I'm gonna say up until episode 5, and then between 5 and I don't know how many episodes I did. I was just doing them, but I was homeless throughout the whole season. And there was times I'm like, man, I don't want to do this no more. I'm tired. And my mom was sick. She was in the hospital during those times. There was times I had to record in the library. I recorded hotel bathrooms. I just didn't feel like doing it. But then I was like, this is my dream. So it's meant for me to do this. And I did it anyway. And here we are.
oh,
Season
you ain't
3.
the only one that was homeless and still belting out episodes. I know at points during seasons, like seasons 4 through season 7, I was definitely homeless.
Mm-hmm.
Like there'll be some
See?
days where I would intentionally book a hotel room, book one I know got good Wi-Fi, and I would schedule like 3 episodes. So I'm like, okay, good, and
Mm,
just batch record, and that way I know all I gotta do is just go somewhere with Wi-Fi, and I just go ahead and do the promoting and stuff and selling out. That way I don't have to worry about a guest or nothing like that. So I definitely feel you,
mm-hmm.
because when something is your dream, you'll find a way to get done. Because I remember there was
Come on.
sometimes I was at Starbucks having to record, sit outside and record as well, like at different coffee shops. So I feel you there. Like, and you ain't the only one
Mm-hmm.
that was homeless and still recording a
Yep.
podcast. So I definitely feel you.
See? You gotta achieve your dreams, man. A lot of people are not willing to receive that. They like, oh my gosh, they run at the first sight of like distress. Like, no, mm-mm. If you know you really want to do this, you'll get it done.
Yeah.
Like for real.
And that's how you know
Unless you don't want
something
to do it.
is your purpose and
Yeah.
what is meant for you to be here, because it's like you're finding a way to get it done, even though in spite of your circumstances, which a lot of your listeners don't even know what's going on with you. That lie to
Come
them,
on now.
they just look for the episode. They ain't even concerned
Yep.
with you.
Yep. You're right. For real. And because you make it look easy, you're not crying throughout the episode. You're not stressing out. Nah, because people don't really want to see that. They want to come to your show for some encouragement.
Yeah,
They want to come to your show for like a laugh, or they want to be motivated to start their business or something like that. So they don't have time to see that. So there's times I had to gussy myself up, pray about it, and I said, I'm gonna do it. Let's
yeah,
get it done.
and I feel you on that, because I still remember a guest appearance I made, and the people on there, they were all talking about their happy relationships and stuff, and then you got my ass who hadn't been in a relationship in a while, and then
There you
it's
go,
just
B.
I hear them talking about it, and sometimes I get sad because at the time I was dealing with a bad breakup, and it's like I felt myself being depressed on the episode, and I had to say to myself after that night, I said, never again will I get emotional about it. I will find a way to laugh about it, to joke about my situation, and still continue to be happy for others. But I can't be on the
Yeah.
mic sounding all depressed and suicidal and shit. No, we can't have that no more. So to them ladies out in Las Vegas, I do apologize. I don't even know if they're doing their podcast anymore.
See? That too. No. But see, you live and you learn.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah, and that's the
Hmm.
big thing. You live and you learn. You keep going, and so and from that day forward, I said, you know what? I'll make a joke about it. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. I'm not gonna be all sad about it. I'm gonna be happy for others, but we all have our weak moments. We're all human. We all human. It's just we all have our moments where it's like it'd be nice to have somebody to be a plus one. Instead, you gotta see a potential plus ones. You're like, they're with this motherfucker.
No. It's cool. It sometimes I say it's cool, but sometimes it's really not. It's not cool. Like, no. I ain't gonna lie, being single is like very, very hard to do. But then you see people not happy and they're showing off like they are. Then I'm like, okay, I'm recharged again. I'm okay.
I'm definitely recharged
But
again, because I'll be seeing those people. They show up to events all happy together, or but I'm like, what the hell really going on, or what then triggered you, or something like that, because it's one thing I've learned. It's always something, because I watch my couple friends and stuff. You catch them on the right day, they upset about something. I always know with them, it's always something,
yep,
and it's all grass ain't always greener on the other side. So it is what it is,
right
though.
about
So
that.
that's why I'm like, you know what? It is what it is. When my time comes, my time comes.
Yep, you're right. I totally agree. Yeah.
Yes, yes.
'Cause these people be going through it and they really shook. And I'm like, I said, he did what? She did what? Uh-uh. I I'm not doing that in my relationship. No.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh, oh, he won't compromise. I'm like, okay, you know what? It is what it is. I ain't going through that.
Yep.
And then I'll be listening to people defining their what they want in partners and stuff. I'm like, all you motherfuckers are just talk because a lot of y'all, if y'all actually got that, you will find something else to be happy about. You'd be unhappy about. Oh, I want a man to do this. I want a man to do that. I want a woman to do this. Well, what the fuck are you doing?
Right.
But
Exactly.
don't have a good answer
It's
for
like,
that.
yeah.
Like, what exactly are you doing? But don't have a good answer. And I don't know if you have kids or not. But, well, I ain't got no kids either. But I look down on some of the people that be like, "Oh, have all the relationship advice in the world." But I'm like, ma'am, you got two small kids, and you don't know who the baby daddy is. So why exactly do I need to listen to you for relationship advice?
But see, okay. Victor, let's get into it. Okay, those people do sometimes have some good advice because they learn from their
Yeah,
mistakes. They learn from things they went through. Because a lot of people would say, especially Tyler Perry. I heard a long time ago, he was like, you can't get uh relationship advice from single people. And I'm like,
yeah,
some of them have like the best, which is me, best advice when it comes to being in a relationship because I'm like, I see who you are before you was in a relationship and I see how you are in your relationship. So I'm like, okay, this is what you need to do better. This is what you need to do. Like, remember who you are, like, because you losing yourself. Like, I give them that advice, but I'll never encourage anybody to break up.
yeah,
That's something I don't do.
yeah.
No, because you're gonna talk, you're gonna talk about me to your man and say, "Oh, Annika said this about you," and Annika said we need to break up. I'm like, Annika ain't say jack.
Yeah, exactly. I agree with you there. Like, look, I'm not encouraging you to break
Hmm.
up. I'm encouraging you to do what's best for
Yeah,
you. And if breaking up is what's
yeah.
best for you, then by all means, because you ain't about to put that in my words and stuff. So, but I'm also more speaking towards the single people that act like they all that in a bag of chips. But I'm like, ma'am, sir, you're a single parent. And sometimes I did adapt to Kevin Samuels thinking, rest of God, rest his soul. Not on all everything, but certain things
Okay, because I'll give you a mean side eye.
certain things I picked up on his thinking. I'm like, okay, because I remember one time, one lady, we were kind of talking and stuff, and I gave her an episode of the
Mhm.
podcast, and she was kind of being hella judgment. I ain't gonna lie, it was a sex episode, which was the episode up that week, and she was like, I don't know, this might interfere with my celibacy, and I'm like, celibacy? How the hell you
Mhm.
celibate, but you had two whole humans come out of you?
Be celibate, have kids. Okay. You not you judging the person that's judging you.
You damn right. I judge back, goddammit, because I'm like, you're not about to sit up here and judge me for having a sex episode. Because hey, motherfuckers like talking about some goddamn sex. Y'all,
See, that's the thing. Like okay. People also have a difference between you gotta have this difference. It's difference between celibacy and abstinence. Celibacy is meaning you're not gonna have sex ever again. Abstinence meaning you are waiting to marriage or you're waiting to find the right person. So I don't know. I don't know. But she had the kids and she said, okay, I want to focus on me. So I'm gonna be celibate until whenever.
yeah, but
So
I'm just like, but you gonna make it tougher on the guy that actually is trying to do right by you instead of
mhm,
just not making every man pay for what your baby daddy did.
understandable. I get you.
But
Hmm.
it is what it is on that. But I'm just like taking one day at a time. But hey, sometimes I do judge. So, but I did learn this though. It's like certain advice from people. They're like a broken clock. They're right like twice a day. So sometimes it's good to take advice from people. Hell, because sometimes I'm single too, and I be giving advice, but I feel like a damn coach. Because there'll be some coaches who were terrible athletes, but they are Hall of Fame coaches. They are amazing coaches, but
Oh yeah.
you look up their playing career, they ain't do shit. But they're an amazing coach. So sometimes I feel like
Right.
I gotta drop some plays and be coaching my
Hmm.
friend zone to get through in their relationship situations. And hey, y'all listening out there, if y'all need some relationship advice, go ahead and slide in the DMs. I got you. We can keep it anonymous.
Right. Okay. All right. You ain't lying. Yeah, I give the best advice
Hell
ever.
yeah, hell
Okay.
yeah. Hit one of us up, damn it. We'll give you some advice about whatever situation you're going through. Now, now moving on. Now, I know you told me you graduated from college, right? And I know you pledged, right?
Yes.
So, what are your thoughts on the people that all of a sudden, now they get to the advanced age, now they want to denounce their organizations and stuff? I didn't pledge nothing, but I think it's childish. But what do you think?
Okay, so I did not become a member in college. I joined an alumni chapter. So before I even say anything, I'm not speaking on behalf of my organization. So the organization speaks on its own organization. I am only speaking as a personal person.
Hmm.
Okay? So if anybody watching, they be like, oh, Annika speaking on us. No, I ain't. Okay? I'm speaking on me. Personally, I have seen people say that they denounce their organization because they want to get close to God. Mind you, I support you. Uh, you do what you gotta do. If you feel like this is how you get close to God by denouncing your organization, cool. And some people feel as though they announce that they're a part of this organization publicly, so they have to denounce publicly. In actuality, we don't care. We don't care. Just stop paying your dues. Stop going to those chapter meetings. Stop going to these events. Stop doing fundraisers. Stop doing all of it. Just don't show up. And that's how you denounce. Like,
Yeah.
people make a big old deal out of nothing. I think it's so childish. And two, people sitting here choosing God over their organization or choosing their organization over God. Baby, God shouldn't have been second to anything.
Hello.
God should have been first and then your organization. And also people doing too much. One, they're thinking that their joint organization is going to be something like they probably was going to be popular when they joined organization, or they thought it was going to be able to get more friends or more of this and more networking. You got to work in these organizations. You can't just come into it and assume you're going to get everything. No, the organization is just like jobs. You have to work at it. You have to build those relationships. I don't know. People just do too much when it comes to denouncing and all that. It's very dumb. And I don't know if they just start different things. It's crazy.
It is crazy, and like I said, come from somebody that didn't pledge, and it's like I'm seeing it, and I'm just like, it is so crazy that you wouldn't sit here and denounce it because I attended the meetings and stuff, and it's like, and I know when you join, they always tell you this is a lifetime commitment, and I talked to
Hmm.
plenty of people who they said they put God first, they put the man above first, and they still proceeded, and I could tell a lot of them
Right.
they might not be getting what they want out of the organization. They might not be putting into
Mhm.
work, or they're not getting exactly what they signed up for. So they're not like, oh, I'm going to denounce because it's got no, you just got tired of the organization. Or maybe somebody in that organization done pissed you off, and now you're trying to say to hell with all of them, or maybe somebody, maybe one of your frat brothers slept with your wife, or your line sisters slept with your man, and now you're mad about it. You want to denounce the organization. No, because I believe if you were to do it, you're supposed to do it for a lifetime. Because now, like I said, I attend the FAMU. I've seen the people I could tell that organization, they just adapted the organization. They were trying to let the letters define them. I dated a few people that I could tell that they let the letters define who they are, you know. But we ain't gonna for out of respect for you, I'm not gonna tell you which sorority it is because it's three of them that
Mhm.
because I think I'm the only man that can sit here and say I got done wrong by three Greek sorority women. Three sororities, all of them, three of them did me wrong, you know. I ain't gonna tell you who.
Who did you wrong? Who did you wrong? No, you gotta tell me now. Who did you
Okay,
wrong?
let's see. That was now. First, it was the Delta that everybody told me to avoid. But see, me, I was 19, didn't have no self confidence about myself, had low self esteem, was shy as fuck, thinking if I pulled a big fish, maybe she can help. She can help mold me, or like them little love stories, like off Drumline.
Mhm.
But I dated her, and I
Yeah.
realized this chick ain't nothing but a jackass, and everybody was right about her, and I'm like, God damn. So kind of felt stupid about it, but one of my bros, he was like, man, look, it happens to the best of us. He was like, at least you shot your shot with her and got a date with her. You realize that she was an asshole. She didn't really give a damn about you. But by the way, ma'am, I forgive you. I don't give a damn if you listen to this podcast now, but just know I do forgive you. I'm not one to hold grudges. That was just a life lesson to me to know that I can't get the time of day from women, but just I gotta pick and choose who I give the time of day to. So
Exactly.
then there was the Zeta, I knew the first date was not gonna I knew it was automatically a red flag when she showed up wearing a bikini to a damn restaurant. I can't make this shit up.
Okay, okay, no judgment.
Mind you,
Okay,
now this was October in Tallahassee, meaning it's still a little warm, but not bikini weather warm. I'm like, that one. I look
okay,
back at it. I should just took her back to the crib. That should have.
hey,
That one, that case, I probably should have. And then lastly, it was the AKA, and you know what? I was like, with her, I said we should just remain friends. I learned from that situation that there's some people that they're just better as friends and not as lovers. I mean, now the
hmm
right one can be the lover and the friend at the same time. They know how to balance them up, but that one, I just chalk it up to you flexed on her, and you'd overwhelmed her. I'm like, the hell you cooking somebody dinner overwhelmed you? I don't know.
I don't know either, but I would say, um, dating people in organizations. So for one, a lot of people think, just like how you thought at 19, that when they date someone that's in an organization, they're going to get clout. They're going to be looked at as, oh, Steph, you done pull her. No, we are regular people.
Hmm.
Like we just so happen to have letters. That's it, or
Yeah,
symbols.
and
That's it.
also
So we're regular
the
people.
one thing I did will say is like you need to go for somebody who you could tell they're putting in work in the organization. They're just not letting their letters define them. Because some of them motherfuckers they be going so hard for them letters in them organizations, rocking the gear and
hmm
stuff. But when was the last time you paid your chapter dues?
hmm
When was the last time
Exactly.
you paid your chapter dues, or when was the last time you did some volunteer work? Not show up for the damn parties. And I could tell some of the fake
Yeah.
ones too because they'd always be quick to speak to you when they're having their party. Because I could tell the only reason why you speaking to me is because you want me to come to this damn party,
hmm
or you
Yeah.
want me
Things
to
like that.
vote for your candidate. And I'll
hmm
just be like, you know
Yeah.
what, y'all
Right.
need help.
Uh-uh. It's crazy, yeah. And a lot of people, they feel as though the letters are them. I'm like, you make the letters, don't make. I can't talk. You are the letters, don't make the letters you. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But like, it's in you. It shouldn't be on you. Like people be doing a little too
And
much.
don't let them find out you want to pledge something because they gonna be the biggest assholes to you. Like, oh, you want to go Greek. And by the way, to the men of Omega Psi Phi, I do forgive some of y'all that were assholes to me. By the way, I ain't even holding grudges no more. But look at what the fuck I became without y'all. So hey, it is what it is. But I know some of them. They used one of my exes to get at me. I'm like, man, y'all ain't this some shit.
And see, I would say it's not the organization; it's the people
Yeah,
within it.
it
The
is.
people
It
in it,
is definitely the
yeah.
people within it, because I know FAMU had the hardest chapters to get into because it's the HBCU, and I know the HBCU chapters are way, way harder to get into, which is why I know plenty of Omegas that they went grad chapter, and I had plenty of friends that they were looking to do while we were there, but a lot of them they all went grad chapter, so shout out to them.
hmm
But that's why I
Yeah.
say if something's for you, then it'll be for you. So it's like it is what it is. It's like because now in my life now I ain't even thinking about fraternity life. It came up because I kept seeing people on TikTok like publicly denounce something. I'm just like that just makes me lose respect for you because I know those kind of bonds and I know what those people stand for and those are lifetime bonds. You supposed to stand with them when even when times are tough. So and that lifetime means a whole lifetime, and that tells me you can't commit to nothing.
hmm That's true.
You
That's
want to
true.
denounce this
Yeah.
organization, though? You just find it. I still feel like you just find an excuse because I'm like, you should have been on all this shit while you online.
Exactly. And the thing about it is, like, when it comes to denouncing, a lot of people, when they choose to say, oh, yeah, I'm following God and not my organization, it also discourages people from joining too. And it gives like a negative connotation when it comes to organization, like, oh, yeah, they're demonic. That's the first thing you hear out people's mouth. They say, oh, yeah, organizations of the D9 is demonic. But these same people don't know anything about organizations. They don't know about the principles, the
Mm-hmm.
values. They don't realize like God gave these founders the vision in order to create these organizations. They wanted an organization to be for us by us. Because in that society, black people were not accepted. Like, come on. They made stuff happen. They made history. And people, because they don't know or understand the organization's principles, they're called demonic. It has nothing to do with that. My organization is founded on Christian principles. We don't play that over here.
Mm-hmm.
So don't know. Me and my sisters, we gonna pray, okay? We gonna pray. We gonna worship the Lord. So I don't know.
Yeah,
Mm-mm. I don't know about
I
all
don't
that.
know, but I'll say to all the women in them sororities and stuff, pray, keep
Hmm.
grinding. Y'all are fucking beautiful. Keep looking fucking beautiful, you know. Keep
Right.
looking fucking beautiful because y'all are beautiful and stuff. So, but y'all gotta keep doing what y'all doing, you know. And to anybody in the organizations, whether it's fraternities or sororities, keep doing what you're doing. Keep grinding. Keep keeping God first. Because I even had a buddy of mine tell me how both of his parents were Freemasons, and they never denounced God. They always put the man above first. And Masons and Order of the Eastern Stars. It's like they're supposed to be on some kind of different deities and stuff. So, but they always kept God first. They never denounced it and stuff. So I feel how you feel. They're doing it for attention, and quite frankly, shout out to the people in the organizations that they just don't care. And because now I feel like maybe y'all are reaching for clout, or maybe y'all want some trying to clout or trying to fit into a damn church, which is
Right.
which is some bullshit. You shouldn't be trying to fit into a damn church. You can tell that church to go fuck themselves if they're trying to make you fit in, but it is what it is.
Hmm. Yeah. It's a mess. But yeah, I don't play that.
I'm glad you don't play that. It is. You're right. It is a damn mess. So, with all that being said, what is your plans for the podcast for the remainder of the year?
Oh wow. So let's see. First thing is get more guests, of course. I love my guests. Let's see. The next thing is I am in the process of trademarking the podcast. So it is a TM, but I'm ready to get that R. So hopefully by the end of this year, I get some news that is officially trademarked. But yeah, right now people still can't steal it because they could get sued still. So just let y'all know, y'all can't still never get that because it's already TM. Just wait for that R. Let's see. I am also looking forward to more sponsorships. I want to work with some more brands, some more companies to get the show out there. And I really want a billboard. That is my goal. Like, get that billboard. You can't tell me nothing.
You know
Okay.
what? Damn, now you got me thinking about Billboard and stuff. And
Yes.
also, I ain't gonna lie, I might need any virtual assistants out there. I might be calling you real soon because I might need help with all the other stuff because I've been pushing this podcast for
Mhm.
years. So it's like, I need to go ahead and get on that. So I feel you on that. But lastly, I done been on your podcast. Your podcast is great. But tell the people in your own words why they need to tap in and subscribe to the Never Gave Denied podcast.
Y'all need to tap in because guess what? We all about positivity. We all about promoting people who are often overlooked. Okay. We also share stories about different things that's going on in people's lives from the trials and tribulations to their success stories. And if you want some motivation, you need to come over to Navigate Tonight, okay? So that's why you need to come and watch. Period. We host videos every week, every Wednesday at 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, all of it on the Never Gave Tonight podcast. So yeah.
Wednesday might be the universal day for everybody to drop a podcast because I know I usually drop podcasts on Wednesday. But nevertheless, Anuka, I want to thank you for blessing the Liquor Talk with your presence. And also thank you for having me on your podcast because a lot of people in the podcast game, they're quick to jump on your podcast. But when it comes time for you to be on theirs, they love to go ghost. So I want to thank you for trading guest appearances with me. If you need me to come back on again, you need a male voice to be on your platform. Remember, I might be in Florida, but I'm just a DM away. Or if you ever in Florida and you want to do a podcast in person, you let me know. And if I ever have the need to visit South Carolina, I'll definitely let you know as well. We could definitely do a podcast in person because I did a podcast in person. Shout out to the Moxie Hotel in St. Pete. That's a nice hotel. They got a little mini podcast studio. Now I got a place to do podcasts in person. So, hey, if you ever want to do that
Good.
podcast in person, or if you ever traveling to Florida, let me know because I'm just a DM away.
Oh yeah, I got you. Yes, because I'm having some panels coming up. Okay, so yes, I'm going to be wanting you on that panel. I'm going to do a co-ed. It's going to be women and men.
Hey, you
So
just throw out a
come
date,
on.
let me know when, and I will be there whether I'm on the clock or not. I will be there because many people know in podcasts that they know I will do. I'll hop on somebody's podcast while I'm on the clock, while I'm in my whole work uniform. I've done that, so
You can't be telling people that now.
I don't get in trouble for that too. Trust me, I don't. But nevertheless, thank you for joining Liquor Talk, and thank you to the listeners and subscribers out there for tuning in. Y'all are the reason that we keep this podcast going. Shout out to everybody who listens on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, wherever you get your podcasts at. Leave a thought. Tell us what you think of this episode. And if you need some advice, go ahead and slide in them DMs or hit us on the email. It don't matter. We got you. And if you are in the Tampa area, holla at your boy, because we definitely need some in-person guests. So holla at your boy. Keep pouring up that liquor and just keep it pushing, y'all. Peace.